Elektra! We are now at that point in my Fox superhero series of reviews. Next week I'll be talking about Fantastic Four Rise of the Silver Surfer, and then we'll get back into X-Men stuff. This movie's fine. I think this movie's really boring. There's this whole plot with this family that's really boring. Don't really like much of that. Apparently, the story of this movie is that this movie got really rushed into production because they cast Jennifer Garner to play this character, and she did the show Alias at the time, and so they had to work around her schedule and rush this movie out. So it was a very low budget shoot, got the movie out quick, and that's kind of how the movie feels. Like there isn't much really effort put into this movie. It's just kind of there, so they rush through the movie, comes out, and yeah. And that's why apparently there's a director's cut. I just watched the theatrical cut, didn't really care about watching the director's cut, but the director's cut of this movie is a little bit better from what I hear, but again, I didn't watch it because when it comes to these Fox superhero movies, some of these are first time watches, like Daredevil and this one, and I really don't really care to dive deep into these movies. Right? I'm reviewing them just for context for when I see Deadpool 3 and some of these movies cross over. To what degree they cross over, we'll see. But yeah, it's like Elektra is just fine. The action is kind of lame. Like when these dudes just like disappear into like mist or whatever. It's like, all right, Jennifer Garner is actually not a bad choice to be Elektra, but at the same time, she just wasn't my personal choice. I don't know. This movie's just kind of there. It's kind of a weird movie because I feel like people really hate this one, but honestly, just watching it, it's not really that bad. It's just boring, and maybe that's worse than it being really bad because like I remember 2015 Fantastic Four. That movie's boring as shit and horrible. This movie, I could give less of a shit about this movie because it's just so boring. So, yeah, let me know your thoughts, like, share, and subscribe.